Yeah. Off to Eimeheia. Boots are a little tight in the toes, but there's more support, so we'll see. Go slowly. Very slowly. Got all day. Earlier start, 11:30, so it should be fine. No wind. Well, there's proper signposting here, unlike the other trails. So there we go. 7 kilometers to Prestholt. I'm not going there though, I'm just going to Eimeheia. Not even, maybe just past the cabins. Just far enough to drone a little bit. Relaxing day. Easy walk. Already puffing, going up this slope. Anyway. Perfect weather. Shorts weather and t-shirt. Gonna be 22 today. Too hot for long pants. Although it may blow when I get up the top, so the question is, should I have had long pants or not? I'm not sure. Well, it's 11:30, so it'll be another 7 or 8 kilometer hike, I think. Don't have to do any more than that. Then drone, building away. Wow, really building, big building, whatever that is. That's going to be quite a big building. Not so good for the people who live right here. Although maybe they're the ones building, who knows. Looks like it. Huh. That's quite a huge building, actually. I don't know what that is. Anyway. No, we've been here a few times. In a good winter, all these bushes are completely covered. So, a good winter, there's a good meter and a bit of snow. 1.5 meters almost, but it's been a while since there's been a good winter. Anyway, almost no wind, look at that. Anyway. Well, this is where the ski trail goes up, but I don't think the footpath goes there, so the Tourlogge trails on the map are all wrong, basically. So I may end up going back where I went yesterday. That would suck, but it should go up to the right somewhere. There's the ski trail. Not a foot trail. Snurike skispor. There's the hotel down there. Got up to the plateau more or less. Now it's gradually up the whole way. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a single one. Oh, a few there. Pretty amazing. And it's warm. It's hot. Definitely t-shirt weather. And shorts weather. So glad I'm not wearing long pants after all. I mean, a lot of cars, a lot of traffic here. Well, I found a fork in the sign, so I'm on the right way. This is over Eimeheia, 5.8 kilometers to Prestholt. In theory. See where we are. There's another sign up there. Not a breath of wind. Drone. It's been going for 20 minutes. 22. So it's not that far. My socks are much too hot. Thick woolen socks. I'm sweating like a pig already in my feet. So that was stupid. I should have worn some lighter, thinner socks. I wasn't thinking. These are just much too hot. So that is, I just about go without my socks almost. That's a huge bummer. So not going to be a super comfortable hike with boiling feet and warm boots. That was stupid. Anyway, too late now. I'm not going back. Just have to deal with it. If I take them off, I'll get terrible blisters, so can't do that. Anyway, a lot of traffic. And there's another sign up there. Up there, that hill is Eimeheia. I don't have to go to the top. Just far enough to drone away from the cabins a little bit, and then I'll drone over Østosa. This is not far from the ski trail. I've got a couple behind me somewhere. Yeah. So we keep going this way to the right, pointing downhill, but it's this way. Some pretty big cabins here. Puffing already. Oh, he's got a water pump. Huh. A well. Looks like. There's another sign. You can go you can go Eimeheia, Huskerudvegen, Kulturhaugrunnen. I'm not going there. Prestholt over Eimeheia. Eimeheia. I don't know. How's that for palace? Some big cabins here. There's Bismi. It's the name of the area. And the cabin, I guess. Old one. "25 minutes. Maybe I am getting faster, I'm not sure. I doubt it. Still puffing, but not going that slowly either. My feet are boiling. Stupid. That's alright. Deal with it. Well, looks like a lot of people drive and park up here. Ski trail goes past the yellow cabin. Ski trail goes just through there somewhere. Or along this road, actually. I'm not sure. I think it goes along this road. And it's stocky. Moving away. The way to do it is to drive up, drop someone off, they drive back down. Saves you, well, half an hour and a couple 100 meters, 150 meters maybe. I'm not sure I'll go to the top, I don't know. I mean, could easily go to the top. Big hill though. 2.3 kilometers to the sign and 35 minutes. So, and there's a lot of people there's a guy biking up, and there were quite a few, 5 or 6, walking up the trail. So anyway, and the ski trail goes further to the right, so don't have to go up that huge hill. But anyway, we'll see. I have to go a little ways up, I think. I think I'll go to the top of Eimeheia after all. I've got plenty of time, and I have to make space for the drone, so who knows. There's a lot of people though. Could be trout fin. Could be fish. I doubt it. Somehow. Alright, turn you off for a bit. Oh, I'm pooped. That was a big hill. One more big hill to go. And I'll head off trail. Do some droning. Going 45 minutes. A lot of people. Ahead and in front passing, so 6 behind me, another 6 or 7 in front, can't tell. Big hill, oof. So slowing down already. It's very hot, almost too hot. Drone here. Probably cut across to the other Eimeheia trail. Mum and I bushwhacked here once last time we did this 5 years ago. They got us really lost. Hard to see how. It was a good trail. Anyway, got us really lost. Ended up back here though. There's a guy pushing his bike up the hill, the guy who passed me earlier. Whoops. That's crazy. Hardcore. Young though, but I mean still, it's an effort and a half. Set it up pretty well. Bridges and everything. No fish in this creek though. Hardly any water, so I'm glad I brought an extra water bottle because I may need it. It's almost no water here. There, just a trickle. Hasn't rained for ages, so swamps are drying out. This is often a very muddy trail. Anyway, one big hill to go. Uff, and I. Mycket bra. One more big hill, last one, I think. I have to come back down here. This is the way. Track. Could go there now, but I want to get to the top and see the valley. So it's a lot of people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or 8 in front. 8. I'm wheezing like an old man and just been passed by Couple 65 or 70-year-olds. It's not very good. Haha. But anyway. I don't know if that button's focus or what. It keeps doing that. If I touch the back, I'm still recording though. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. My lungs are not happy now. Don't have to dig out the asthma medicine. Good thing I brought it though. I'm gonna have to go a ways to the side to drone. There's so many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 in front and another 10 behind. Pilgrimage. That's alright. It's pretty easy to trek through, I think. Towards the top I should be able to trek over pretty easily. This top is a long way away though. Another 80 meters at least. Can't believe he pushed the bike all the way here. Saturday though, I mean, there are going to be people out. There's nowhere exactly to go for a pee here either. You have to be quick. Whip it out. I can wait till I get away from the people. Feet are managing a little better, but still too hot. So those wrong socks. Needed wool cotton wool blend, not just pure wool, and thick wool socks. Boots are doing pretty well and ankles are fine. Look, there's water. You can cool off. Everyone's going without a shirt. A lot of people. Shirtless, too hot for shirts. There's snow, cool off in the snow. They're miles ahead of me already. I'm dropping the pace down to get my breath back. I was really wheezing and pretty badly there. Anyway, enough of that. Being passed by everyone. Lots of people here. Even a fat guy passed me, really obese. That's not good. It's alright, go at my own pace. I'm carrying nearly 4-kilo drone, but it's the lungs, pretty bad. That's alright. Not at the top yet. Oh. 8 people there. Anyway, turn you off. Well, we're at Eimeheia. It's flatter at the top than I thought, no view. We'll go to that top over there. Just up that way and drone. That's far enough away. I can't really drone in towards... I don't really want to drone in towards Pestholz. There are too many people in this national park, so I'm gonna head up to one of those vardas and drone inwards, and then I'll cut across, I guess, and hit the old trail, maybe, or maybe just go back the same trail. I'm not doing the Pestholz round trip this time. Droning this time. It's perfect weather for it. Well, there's a plane. Don't want any helicopters. So we find a spot a little ways away. There's some wind, but it's just a slight breeze. I think it should be no problem. It's very easy walking. It's just across the grass, so no bushes or anything. It's quite a ways to, I don't know how far I am from that lake thing. There's Hestebad, just over there, not that far. Anyway, turn you off. Let's give you a squeeze around. A lot of people are braking over there. To go to Ustatind and drone from the top of there close by in towards over Hardangervidda. It's very flat though, Hardangervidda, so not necessarily that interesting. It's very flat here too, but at least you have that mountain in the background. Now it is, if I don't have to update the firmware, charge the batteries, update the app, set everything all up again, or download the app again. It was a nightmare last time. It's very fiddly. I think we got to divide it up the top here. Let's see if I can find the lake. Easy droning here, nice and flat. There's the lake just down there, just. So the trail parallels the lake. Drove towards the lake. Sounds like a plan. Well, I'm at Flein, 4.8 kilometers, an hour and 20 minutes, and 1352 meters. So harder than the Rjukan by quite a bit. The Rjukan's down there somewhere. There's the Rjukan, not the Rjukan. There's Tvergastein, which is another 200 meters up. Could even do it today. I'm nearly there. No, I don't think so. There's Prestolset, it's still a ways away. And there's a very nice trail on the other side of the river. And I finally get to pee. No one can see me here. And nice flat spot for droning. I won't be able to put down a helipad because I think it's too rocky. I think, maybe. Nice and flat, no problem droning here. On all sides. Perfect mountaintop for droning actually. Not far enough away from other people. So, time to unpack everything and then set it all up. I need to pee pretty bad. And it's just perfect weather. Not a cloud in the sky, just some tiny ones in the distance. And what a view. I mean, the view here this is the best view. Apart from Tvergastein was an amazing view, but this is almost better. No, it was only an hour and 20 minutes. This is worth it. This is one of the better trails. You get up here pretty fast because it's straight up. An hour and a half maybe. I was pretty puffed, I have to say. And there's a trail down there that should meet up with the main trail. I don't know if I'm going to do that, or I don't see any trails from here, but it's quite a good trail. It kind of peters out. don't think we want to. Oh yeah, there's the main trail. It's a woman walking with her dog towards Tvergastein and Hesteberget. So just cut straight across there and I'll hit that trail. Or I could just go back the way I came. I mean, either way. Alright, 10-minute break and then time to dig out all the crap. And I have to find a spot to somehow plant the helipad. I'd rather do that than... I mean, I could just put it straight on the ground. There's hardly any... almost no grass high enough to hit the chopper blades. So I think I'll drone over this way first, basically over there. And then down towards the river. And then I've got 3 batteries, so I could be here at least an hour droning. Gives me an hour and 20 minutes, an hour of flight time more or less. That's quite a lot. One of the batteries isn't totally full, but we'll see. Alrighty. Well, the wind picked up just as soon as I unpacked the drone. That's typical, but it's not too bad. It should be doable. There it is. I'm not bothering with the landing pad. It's flat enough, I think. Wind sucks. Time is 1:05 but I am droning. I'm trying at least a few drones, and we'll see how the wind is. I don't think it's going to be that. Ooh, that's not good. It's typical. Would pick up as soon as I get here. Now it's blowing. It's soaking in sweat, my armpits. So it's chilly under the arms. But I think it'll be alright. I'll get it set up anyway, at least. That sucks. Jesus, there was no wind just a second ago. This is borderline. You can hear it, probably. Anyway, alright, put you away. Well, I didn't get any wind warnings. It was quite windy. The wind has died down again now. I got the drone down. Took it down to 48% battery. Normally at 1/3 battery it wants to come home or auto land, which is not so good. Don't want it auto landing just anywhere, although you can take it right down to the bottom, but then you might crash it. I had a lady, older lady, come up and have a look at me. Anyway, and then there's quite a few people out and about. It's more people going to Tvergastain or the round on that side. So I've droned pretty thoroughly, but I'll drone down towards, I might drone down towards Ustosa. I've got 2 more batteries. I should do a panorama photo, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Got quite a few of those. Not that interesting. Although the weather's perfect. I think I'm going to drone. I've droned here a bit now, so only within line of sight. I didn't drone too far. I can probably drone 10 kilometers way past where I can see it. Even a kilometer would be, I wouldn't know why I could see it. You're not really supposed to do that, but it is technically feasible. Visual line of sight, VLOS. You always keep it in sight, which means it doesn't really go that far, but I get 5 seconds of drone footage is enough at a time. You don't really want 20 seconds of drone footage. It gets boring. But I'm going to move my stuff and drone down towards Ustosa, and then I'm going to head back, and then I get to color grade all the footage and edit it. Well, there's not going to be much editing, except for the drone footage. That's the only thing I edit, because I don't have to show you both back and forth, only going forward or back. And then I might have a beer in the sun. Didn't have any beer yesterday, so today I can have a few cold beers. And then tomorrow, I don't know, it's only an hour and a half up here, an hour and 20 minutes. It's pretty good for a sensational view. You can see behind me. And there's the drone setup. It weighs a bit. I finally used it, finally, and assuming it all works out the way I want it to. Alright, I should turn you off. I don't know, there's something wrong with the touchscreen, but that's 3 minutes of rambling, so I'll turn you off. But what a view. Something else. And I have to color grade a little more color in the footage this time. So it is pretty noisy. People know I'm droning. Maybe not from far away, but if they're within 100 meters, they know. So it's not the quietest, most peaceful thing in the world. Well, new droning spot. The view down towards Ustosa, and the wind has picked up though. As soon as I picked up the drone and moved it, the wind picked up. I'm quite a ways away from people, so should be no dramas there. There's people. Trail's a good 200-300 meters away, so that's fine. I just drone straight down. And then I'm gonna go. Well, I have to go back to the trail, and then I'm gonna take the diagonal trail. While I think of it, let's do the sky. Let's make sure. And this color chart just doesn't work. It does for some reason, but the gray balance, white balance is very important. That's crucial. And it's very pretty. It's quite calm over Ustavalla. You can see these reflections. Although there is wind blowing now. So a couple more dronings, and then I think more or less done. So 2 o'clock I'll be down at 4 o'clock roughly. 3:30 I should be down. Beer o'clock. But I want another droning in. Dragged it all the way up here. Don't need hours of droning footage, a few minutes is enough, but try and get one more in down towards Ustosa. without losing it, without crashing it, without having it fly away, and without hitting someone. Although that's very unlikely here. A long way away from the other people. So, okay. Well, the wind's picked up, but I think that's enough footage. This handles pretty strong wind, as you can hear. It's going to blow right in the microphone. It's pretty windy, so I mean it's a nice breeze, but it's not calm. Not that windy, but it handle that wind no problem. It blows it off course, so it'll come back slightly at an angle. So it gets pushed around a little by the wind. But anyway, I droned down this way. I didn't drone across the trail in case there are people. I droned down that way. There's a trail there too, actually. And I got some pretty long shots. I took it about as far as I dare really want to go, about 5 or 7 seconds out. That goes well over a kilometer just in 5 or 7 seconds. It goes really fast. So 5 seconds, you're a kilometer away. Over a kilometer away. So yeah. It's Speedy Gonzales. Anyway, it's a cool toy. I like it. Now I just need a real camera. That would be good. Although I'm not keen on carrying it. The GoPro is a lot easier to carry than a big camera and a tripod. So next project, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm up for carrying anymore. That's already a lot to carry. But that would up the video quality. The production quality would go up quite a lot. Proper audio and proper video. Anyway, I'll put you away and I have to pack the drone away, which is a bit of a hassle. Well, I backtrack so I can get a bit of a detour, but so I get an extra longer hike, but I don't feel like bushwhacking. I could cut straight to the trail, straight down. No means bushwhacking, and bushwhacking is always slower than the trail, even if the trail is a detour. So I forget where the sign goes to the right, over there somewhere. It's not that far. That I have to head all the way back to the main trail, which is just over here somewhere. Quite a ways over there. But no bushwhacking. God, it's only 2:05. Got the GPS on again. It's not that bad. These some good boots, a little tight on the toes. But, you know, and downhill is not so good, just because my toenails are too big. But here was a good buy, half price. So the trail should be just over, coming up. It's easier to go across near the top where there isn't all this bush. I've got to clear ways for the trail. The little old lady checking me out had quite a detour. Maybe she took a photo and is going to report me. Though you can legally drone here. I'm a long way from the national park. So who knows? Maybe. I'm a good ways from the border of the national park, is all the way about Prestholtseter. So har mitt på det tørre. I have mine on the dry land, literally on the dryness. This battery is only about 40% done, so it's lasted quite a while. I only recorded about half an hour though, a little over. Got some droning in. And watch the little old lady report me. That'd be funny. I didn't drone even in towards the national park, not very far. Just towards the border. Went borderline. Maybe she was just curious. It's quite a detour from the trail though. But she was going the other way. I don't know. Who knows? Nosy Parker. There's a lot of people out and about. Anyway. So this is the turn off to Nyestølen. That means extra hiking for me, but it's a nice trail. I don't want to go back the same way. Tested earlier. Not much of a sign to Nyestølen. I think that may be a good trail then. I could go back the same way, be faster. I don't know. Have I had enough hiking? I think I have maybe had enough hiking. It'd be nice to see a new trail though. I think we see a new trail. Then it means the same road again, but we'll try a new trail. So, Nyestølen it is. We've done this before, Mum and I. I've gone back this way. We're up this way, or both. Eimeheia up there. Some people actually go from Prestholt down to the start of the trail and then back up again. It's good exercise. They're younger, early 20s, with the doggy, but not a good one. Not poisonous, but not very tasty. But I mean, it's mushroom season already. There'll be mushrooms in Bergen now. So August, September. But anyway, so this cuts across, and I can see where the trail meets. It goes down, and then the same old road as usual. And this is a droning spot too, but I've done it. Running out of spots to drone. I have to go to Østetind. Maybe not tomorrow, but on Monday. Tomorrow might be a lazy day, just sit at home. I don't know. It's too bad there's no fishing here. This is a nice trail. Shoes are better going downhill than the boots though, because my toes go into the tips of the boot. It's a little painful. Definitely notice it. It's doable though. The toenails are too thick. It's not tight enough at the ankles. I have to tighten it more at the ankles, so they sit back in the heel. But it's survivable. And the socks are not bothering me quite as much anymore. They were too hot going up. They're okay now. But another pair of socks next trip though. It's a nice trail. And a hell of a view. And the cabins are just down there, so not that far off the road. There's the Rücken. So I mean that was only an hour and a half up. That's actually not too bad. So I mean it's 300 and nearly 400 meters up, because Istos is 970 or something, 980, and it's 1350 at the top there, so it's 370 meters. It's a big hill, but it is doable. But I was wheezing and gasping for breath on the way up. I had to go very slowly, so still not in the best shape ever. Going down is fine. Anyway, I'll put you away for a bit. Just another squeeze. It's perfect weather. Down here there's hardly a breath of wind. It's sunny, 22, 23. Almost no clouds. T-shirt and shorts. Perfect summer hiking temperature. Could even be a bit cooler, it would be alright. But for t-shirt and shorts it's pretty much perfect. So maybe about 23 in the 24 in the sun with a bit of breeze. Maybe 22 in the shade. But it's really, I mean, what a nice trail too. I mean, look at this. It's so cute. Goes more or less straight to the cabins. Meets up with the other trail down in by the creek, where the signposting was not so great. Anyway, it's quite a good trail though. I mean, can't get lost here. Alright, I have to turn you off for a bit. Oh, I have to touch the... Well, it gets a bit more jungly the more you come down. I mean, it's a good trail, but you need a trail. You don't want to bushwhack through this. That's too jungly and not much water, so you really needed to bring your own water here. I only drank a quarter of a bottle out of nearly 2 bottles, and I didn't have my sandwich, so nah, it's not that hungry. Didn't have any breakfast, but wasn't really hungry enough. So I'm on a diet anyway, so big steak for dinner with more potato salad and HP sauce and mustard. It sounds good. Don't really want to make chips. And I'll try it on the engangsgrill, try it on the grill. See if I can actually cook it through on those grills. Are pretty puny, but it might work. Blue will be raw meat. Uh-oh, okay. Trail disappears, kind of. There's some footprints. Oh, it's a bit wet. Some good multemyr, but I don't see any multer, but lots of multer plants. May not be any multer this year because it's been so dry. That myr would normally get soaked going through that. I have to say, this GoPro Steadicam on this, the stabilizer, is fantastic. Makes it so much more watchable, as well as not having to have a crappy microphone on the outside. A bit of wind noise, but it's not too bad. It's doable. Now there's hardly any wind. It makes huge difference. I should have gotten something like this a long time ago. Should have upgraded 7 years ago 6 or 7 years ago of my last GoPro. So obviously things change in 6 or 7 years. They get a lot better. Picture quality is about the same though. I don't see the picture quality being much better, but it's not sharper or anything. I can do slow motion if I want to, but just the stabilization and the sound. The last microphone would wobble all over the place and give horrible static sounds. So that makes a huge difference. Mostly the stabilization, I'd have to do that on the computer. It would take hours, and I couldn't do it on the h265 computer. It was not powerful enough. So that was such a pain in the butt. Now I don't have to do it at all. It's as smooth as anything, steady as a rock. So that makes a huge difference. And that's about it. Someone's put a lot of time and effort into this Varda. That's a serious Varda. Ah, look at that. All right. Well, can't lose the trail here. There's a trickle of water. Not much. A lot of people out and about today. It's the day for people to be hiking. What an amazing weather. This is like south of France or something. Battery's almost dead. But I don't need to film the road because I've filmed it about 3 times already. The same road. So I'll turn you off for a little bit and I'll turn you on as we get to the trailhead. Well, we're approaching the fork. I guess I could go to Tvergestein now if I really wanted to. Up the Hesteberga. I don't think I will though. That was enough going uphill for a while, but there it is. Just kind of not much of a creek anymore. It's dried out. Normally there'd be a lot more water, but barely enough to drink here. You could fill a water bottle, just barely. Those signs are not great, but anyway, now we know. Now it's just to the trailhead. And then along the road again, the same patch of road. And then home. Get to relax in the sun for a bit. And I'm back. I'm back reasonably early. I'll have hours of sunlight. I can relax on the balcony. Sun doesn't hit the balcony until about 5 o'clock. But I can use the Fellisterrass in the big patio on the side. First things first, cold beer, probably, and then copy and back up all the SD card files. That's really crucial. And I should have that video at least published tonight, or published tomorrow anyway at the latest. Here, there's enough water. You could easily fill a water bottle from that. Be nice and cold and clean. So anyway, all right. Anyway, there's a reason I built a little bridge. You don't have to go through the mud. And this is pretty new, I think. We could go up to Rukenholten if we wanted to. Not that far. I don't think so though. Down here, I mean, apart from this patch here, really hard and well. I'm a little close to the cabins, 50 meters. I'm 50 meters away, but I could drone, but it's very hard with all the bushes. They hit the rotors, so I need to find a patch like that. But it's a bit close to the cabins, so that's not. Get some complaints. I don't know how popular droning is. Probably not very popular with the cabin owners, I don't think. But anyway. Well, we're at the trailhead again, using the guy's private. Anyway, here's the trailhead there. And then I'm not going to record the road going down, you've done that. And I need a few minutes, a minute just to sum up the day. Anyway, not much water in that creek. A few minutes to sum up the day. The stats, how many kilometers, how many hours. There's the sign. How many hours walked. I had another battery and a half in the drone, but I droned pretty much what there was to drone. Can't have half an hour of drone footage. Bit boring. And I play it safe. I don't fly. I bring it back in when there's 50% battery left. That's very conservative. You don't want to lose the drone though. Too bad. I mean, it would be a nightmare finding it if it dropped out of the sky or flew away from me. And in theory it's possible via the GPS and the map, but you'd spend hours and days looking for it and you probably wouldn't find it. So, hasn't happened yet. I've had no dramas, but then I'm not doing, if I'm just flying straight out and straight back in a straight line. So I just have to push the throttle forward and back. The controller, pretty simple. So you can do orbiting and all kinds of fancy shit, all automatic, but I don't do that. Boring, but anyway. And really there are too many power lines really to drone around here. You can see for yourself. That would be really a no-no. Can't run into power lines. You don't see them until it's too late. It's not a tiny drone, but it's not very big. It's hard to see. So at some point I'll attach a strobe light to it or something, make it a bit more visible at dusk. I really shouldn't fly it at night. I've done so a couple times when it's dusk, but I mean that's the limit, not night time. Not allowed to either, really. So anyway, alright, I'll turn you off and then I'll see you back in 40 minutes. I'll see you back at the, it's 50 minutes to here. 40 minutes, I'll see you back at the apartment for summing up. Well, that's the last of the uphill. All downhill. So there's the regular view. That's half an hour down. Either 3:15. I left at 11:30. That's not too bad. Plus an hour droning, or at least 40 minutes, if not more. So I mean, it's not a huge hike. Perfectly doable. But it's 370 meters up, so not as big as Ulriken, but bigger than Flyen, and a little bigger than Sandviksfjellet. So it just seems well, it is, I mean, quite a few kilometers, probably 12 or 13 all up. I forget what I hiked to get up there. Was it 6.5 or something? So and I didn't go the shortest way up. I went a slightly longer way along this road. Those hills are a killer. 3 big hills to get up there. That's I was struggling. Anyway, we're coming up. Here's the yellow house I see. So I'd say more houses than not have grass roofs, or at least half of them do. Positive. Very cool. We have some sheep. We have some sheep grazing on top of the roof. Your food supply. Anyway. Well, I'm in the home stretch and it's just idyllic summer weather, and oh look, wildflowers everywhere. Quite late in the season, but so anyway, nearly there. Well, we've arrived at the rock pile and home is in sight. Then I'm guessing 9 kilometers. I don't think it's that far. Maybe 8.5, 9. I don't think it's 10 or 12. Could be 10. But I'm guessing 9. 9 is my guess. I haven't looked, I haven't cheated yet. So we'll find out in about 5 minutes. This is the limit of what I can do just about without wrecking my knees. Now my knees are pretty sore and my legs. Well, it's a big hill. But anyway. Oh, time to see how far I went. Then I have to turn this off. So, wow, on the money, 9.36 kilometers in total time, moving time of 3 hours and 20 minutes. Which is right. I left at 3:30. It's now 10 past 3. I left at 11:30. It's now 10 past 3. So that seems wrong actually. But total elevation doesn't say. 374 meters up, which is about right actually. That's right on the money. So I'm not cheating. You can look for yourself. I actually did it. So all right. Now it's good to get the boots off and the socks off. We're sopping wet with sweat. My shirt is soaked with sweat. The shoulder straps are sopping wet with sweat. So I get to cool down a little bit here, and then there's a couple hours before the sun comes out. So I might go on the big balcony, but unpack first. And first things first, I'm going to copy the cards over before anything happens to them to the computer. And that takes a while. It'll take like half an hour. Anyway. Alright, beer o'clock there now. Okay.